Hello all. Before we begin the video, let's discuss CloudFoundation. CloudFoundation is the premier online training platform to help individuals and organizations gain knowledge and skills in the ever-growing cloud computing industry.
So activity policy. So this activity policy is related to activity data source. So each and every application will have activity data source, and have clearly told, I never seen in real-time environment this activity data source has been enabled. Let me open one application. Okay, so this is all about activity data source. Based on these logs, we can track all the users' activity. So once you have enabled this activity data source, you can define the policy based on this activity data source. Basically, we can track everything. Let's say if any user is going to access the application after after 5 p.m., then we can restrict the access.
Rakesh, you are breaking.
Okay, I'm audible now?
Yes,
I was
audible,
saying, let's
but
take an example. This activity data source has been enabled here. Okay, and here we have defined some policy. So with the help of this policy, we can restrict the user activity, basically. So a lot of features are there. Okay, let's take an example action. Okay, here we have two types of filter. One is identity filter, another one is activity filter. So under this identity filter, you can choose, okay, application equals to AD. So then this filter should get added. Whoever has access to AD application, so you can apply this activity filter. Like action will be login. So whoever belongs to AD application, they should not log in after certain time, something like that. You can add a filter. Okay. So mostly I never seen again this activity data source as well as this activity policy, which is enabled. So the fifth one will be risk policy. So let's say you have implemented the risk management in Sailpoint. So if any end user risk point is going to be beyond this threshold level, like 500, the violation will be triggered automatically. It's very simple. Here we don't have any policy rule. We have policy. So whenever the score is going to be beyond this level, then violation will be triggered to the users manager in this scenario.
How can we evaluate that score, Rakesh? Threshold score?
So on high level, we may have some business role, IT role entitlement, right? Which is going to be requested by the end user. So you, based on the criticality of the item, you can define some policy. I mean, you can define some risk point. Okay, this is a critical one, so we should give 1,000 points, 500 points, something like that. So whenever end user is going to gain that access, some point will be added into the identity profile, user profile. Got it?
Who is going to set that points?
So this option, this feature also, we are not going. Most of the time we won't implement in real-time environment. This is risk management. If you want to learn, let me know. I'll explain how to do that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, go to policies. So fifth one is advanced policy. Okay, for advanced policy also, I'll give you one scenario. Okay, again, once again, this is a hypothetically saying, so if the location is Singapore, maybe I'm not sure whether I have that location in the system. Okay, if the location is Austin, whichever user belongs to Austin location, we should not allow them to have access on Active Directory group, application group, or some business role, whatever it may be. Some business role called Prism Manager, or some domain admins group. So we have this requirement. if the user belongs to this location, we should not allow them to request this Prism Manager business role and domain admins group. So how will you achieve this? If it is role, then you could have choose role SOD. If it is entitlement, then you could have choose entitlement SOD. So in this scenario, we have both, and we have some one more parameter, like location should be Austin. If the user belongs to this location, then we should not allow them to request this. So which one will you choose? Which policy will you choose? So in that scenario, you can choose advanced policy, provide the policy name. Do you want me to demonstrate or?
Yes, please, Rakesh.
Advanced policy, create new rule. So here you don't have much option. Here you can add identity attribute. So here we have an attribute called location. The location belongs to Austin. You can add the conditions as well. So like from AD application, the user should not have access to. So when it comes to entitlement, we have to choose the right attribute. It will be member of. Something like that. So domain admins. Okay.
Rakesh, I think
yeah. I'm not sure about the group name, so I'm done. So here we have domain admins group, right? Okay. So this will be the group name. So click done. So location Austin, then we should not allow the user to gain this access, domain admins.
Can you click on that run simulation?
Yeah, now I will do it. So once you click on this run simulation, the policy rule or policy will be make it as inactive, visible. So again, you have to make them as active manually. So I have it the run simulation button. So now click on view simulation. So the policy violation for this rule is in still progress. Try again later. So we have to wait.
So we don't use that run simulation.
No, we don't use that. Yeah. You will come to know. So 22 violations are found. I mean, if you are going to execute the policy violation, then definitely 22 violation will be triggered.
So it is something like preview?
Come again?
Is it something like preview?
Yes, it's kind of preview. Yeah. So click save. The policy will be saved. Policy rule. So now I have to choose the user whose location is Austin. So Austin, right? So I will choose James Smith identity only then. With Karen Hall. Click next. So the domain users. I think it won't throw an error, I think. The domain admins is next. Submit. Okay. In this scenario, it's but we haven't provided the name perfectly right. So I think that's the reason it allow the end user to submit access request. Let me change the name, entitlement name. Okay, because the policy is inactive, right? So that's why the violation not triggered. The policy should be active. Now it's active. Cancel this access request. We'll submit again for it, this person. Hit the submit button. Okay, guys, I don't want to waste time because it's taking more time. So you can demonstrate from your end. Okay, so if you're facing an issue, you can let me know. So far we talked about policy creation, what kind of changes we can do it in the policy scheme variable in the LCM provisioning workflow maybe. And apart from that, we should know how to trigger a violation, correct? Violation is created, employee violated a policy. Sometimes Sailpoint won't trigger violation automatically. In that scenario, we have to, guys, I'm audible?
Yes, Rakesh.
So if
Yes.
any new user is going to request for this policy, definitely with the help of interactive, we can restrict, we can prevent, correct? But now, what about the existing user who already have the access, correct? So today we have implemented the policy. From now onwards, the policy will be active.
And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.